way live.
Lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action.
It's all the way live.
Yeah.
It's all the way live.
Lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action.
Come on and let's ride.
Yeah.
Come on and let's ride.
Lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
Lights, camera, action.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Mike, man. Live Ride Podcast, man. It's a beautiful Wednesday. It's 8:02. I know, fashionably late, but it's all good, man. I'm sitting here with my boy Agent Zero. No resident tonight. He's out there moving and grooving, so no resident. But then we also have a very special guest, man. And this is awesome. First and foremost, I got to say this is very awesome because a lot of great things happened and it's happening. And, you know, us being in the lowrider community and talking about the lowrider community for so long, it's awesome to bring you some great news. I have my friend, my homegirl, and very kind person. Yeah, we
we go way back.
Yeah, and she's here tonight to talk to us about some stuff. And her name is Josie, and I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit and do your thing. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for asking me to come out.
Yeah.
I watched you guys all the time, and I never thought I'd be on your show.
Oh, we never thought we'd have this opportunity to talk to somebody that's this involved with the lowrider scene. I mean, this is very big, and like I was saying before the show, I feel like a kid right now.
Yeah.
I feel like a kid because of what we're going to talk about and stuff. It's really growing up here in Arizona. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. You know, it's always been a dream not a dream, but you know. Something that we always said, what if we did this? What if we could do this?
Right.
And now we're at the point where we are doing this and doing that.
And I was right there with you. Like, what we should, I wonder if we could do this, and how do we do that? And you just reach out to people, and you ask questions, and you learn. And that's one thing I also wanted to highlight today, and why I wanted to come on your show is anybody can do this. You know, I'm from South Phoenix. I was born and raised in South Phoenix. And
Southside.
So yeah, I even have it tattooed on my finger.
Dang, thug.
So but yeah, I mean anybody can do it. Anybody can. It's all about taking initiative. I came from nothing. I can't highlight that enough. I tell everybody because they see me now where I'm at, and it took a while to get here. I just didn't wake up one day and have everything. It took a long time and a lot of hard work and perseverance and dedication to get where I am today. But I'll never forget where I come from. My heart is in South Phoenix, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Which part?
I lived off of 7th Avenue and Dobbins.
Oh, damn, that's way south.
Oh, yeah, deep south.
That's
Everyone
deep
says
south.
that when they ask me.
That's a ranch south right there. That's where the ranches are.
You know where the Silver Pony is?
Yeah.
So I lived south of that, down the street from the park where everybody, like the Southside Posse would hang out there. Yeah, I think my brother got jumped in so my brother was in the Southside Posse. He got jumped in, I remember the day. And it was at that park right there on 7th Avenue, south of Dobbins.
Damn.
Did you watch?
Yeah. I came in at the tail end of it.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the heck? Why did you do that? What are you doing? And so, yeah.
Nice.
It's so crazy about that stuff because I remember many moons ago when I was a young buck gangbanging, we jumped a couple people in, and it was weird. Now that I'm old, I'm like, what the hell? We over here beating up our friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was awkward and a half. So you have something in your hand, and we want to talk about this.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about, what happened, and then, you're just giving me all of my ammo to ask.
Okay. So I brought the original proclamation that the state of Arizona proclaimed, and they approved it. So it's National Lowrider Day. National Lowrider Month. It's not Arizona Lowrider Month. It's National Lowrider Month. So let's get that clear.
National Lowrider Month, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Official, baby.
So
Official.
this is the original proclamation, but I did bring you guys a copy. It's a replica.
Oh, shit.
So
Oh,
that goes to
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah,
You guys
baby.
can frame it and put it up here.
Only one in
someplace.
the world, Craig. Only one in the world, Craig. Heck yeah, man. That means a lot. Thank you very much. Now, can we get you to sign this?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's signed down here.
Right.
But
Yeah, but I
the
can
copy.
definitely sign
That's a
it.
copy. I'll tell you.
I can sign a copy on the bottom because, I mean, I
you go.
wrote it.
Yeah, there you go.
This is just the representative that endorsed it, but I
Oh,
did
okay.
write it, and I'm the one that
Yeah.
pushed for it, and I did all the dirty work.
Take
you
that
know.
banner off. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Get her signing it. There you go.
all right.
So
That's awesome.
while you're
Thank you.
signing, tell me a little bit about.
There you go.
Yes, thank you.
So
welcome.
this is
Official, priceless.
so obviously it was a
Yeah.
process.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that process, like more or less, like not like in detail, but like the time, like how much time was invested in actually doing it.
So I initially was, I was approached about a year ago, around January of 2024, to help with remember the cruising bill?
Yeah.
So there was a representative in the legislature that needed help. He needed help lobbying the bill. So I volunteered as a lobbyist to help get that bill through the House of Representatives. So I had a bit, I was very, I want to say, I played a very significant role. I don't care what anybody says. And that's why I came here today, because I wanted to speak. This is my chance to have my voice. But I played a very significant role in getting the bill pushed through the House of Representatives, and then it went on to the Senate. But yeah, so I was asked to help get that cruising ban lifted. And that was quite a journey. It was very challenging. We hit a lot of bumps in the road, but we got through it. Thank God there was people that believed in it, and they believe in freedom. And so we got a lot of support in the legislature from both sides. I consider it a bipartisan bill, meaning it was supported on both ends, Democrat and Republican. And so my proclamation was also approved and supported bipartisan as well. I had Republicans endorse it, and then Lydia Hernandez, she's Democrat.
Got you. It says huge shout out to you for being the voice
Yes,
of.
thank you.
What is that?
It says, Eric says, first one it says, Eric's huge shout out to you for being the voice for all of us. Thank you very, 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 very much, Josie, for being there for us. Then we got Marisol. The next comment up is, it'll show up here in a minute. It's a little bit delay. She said she was trying to pass the bill, cruising not a crime, was not beneficial for our lowrider community. That is why it didn't pass.
I know Marisol, hey? yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. So, I mean, it did kind of hurt the community, and that's why once the bill had been killed, so the bill had been killed in the Senate, and that's when, the bulb went off, and I said, wow, we need a platform. We need a platform to be able to make a public statement. How do we create that public platform to make a statement that we matter? We're part of American culture. Lowrider is a part of American culture, no matter how you look at it. And so I decided, I said, we don't even have, and in fact, so Pride Month was approaching, I believe, at the time. And people were getting ready for Pride Month, and I said, you know what, that would be awesome to have a holiday to celebrate the lowrider community. And I was in a room with some of the representatives out of the legislature, and mind you, this was the representative that was pushing the cruising bill or the cruising ban to be lifted. So I said it would be pretty neat to have National Lowrider Day. I'd like to write a proclamation for National Lowrider Day, and he said, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh my God, he loved it. He was like, why didn't I think of that? And I said, yeah, well, let's do it, whatever. So, and so I ended up writing the proclamation, and he and we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and he was working with people that I didn't see eye to eye with, and you've got your different community members and different people, and you get to know them and you decide, I don't think I should be working with these people. So I kind of stepped back and said, I want to work on this proclamation by myself, and so by the time I decided to take the initiative, the session had ended already, but I had already written the proclamation, so it was too late to submit the proclamation. And in that, so there's like a recess time where the legislature is not in session, and that's like during the summer. And so during that time, I started thinking more and more, and I said, well, I already wrote the proclamation for National Lowrider Day, but it hadn't been submitted yet. And so I decided, forget National Lowrider Day, let's do National Lowrider Month. Why not a whole month of celebrating and honoring the culture? And so like I said, we needed a public platform, a huge platform to make these statements. And so that's when I came up with National Lowrider Month. And then I redid the proclamation with Ben Toma. He was the former Speaker of the House at the Arizona Legislature, and he really, really supported me during the time when I was helping the other representative to pass the bill for cruising. But yeah, he was very instrumental, so I've been working with him. He helped me actually write the proclamation for National Lowrider Month. And I like to mention he's a Republican. So we went on and we finished that, and then we ended up submitting it. And then once the legislature opened, that's when we started. We got everything in the wheels were in motion to get that done. So I submitted it as soon as the legislature reopened. And then it's just, it was a lot of meetings, it was a lot of approvals, a lot of endorsements. I had to get people that supported it. I needed to get emails, and I had to, write this big kind of like essay type thing, like a documentary type thing, and or biography about lowriding, because I had to validate why this is so important to the community, and what it means and what it's going to do. What does it mean to the future of our community? And so I got Stephen Montenegro to endorse it at the beginning, and he helped me get it done, and then it got approved. And then once it got approved, I kept it a secret for a long time. Like, nobody knew that it had been approved. And so then we scheduled it it was supposed to be on March 3rd, but that was my birthday, like I told you. And that was Monday, and I figured, let's do Tuesday in case people can't come in because they have to work, and it's just, there's a lot of things going on Monday. So I said, well, let's do it Tuesday, March 4th, which is not only the day after my birthday, but it would just make more sense. So then we scheduled it to be announced, and then I told like 2 people about it, and then those 2 people ended up blowing it up in like 2 weeks, and then yeah. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't even tell you about it till like last minute, I think. When
See
did
how
I
she
tell
do
you
me?
about it?
Played
But
me.
you know what? I did tell you about it. I know I told you about it last year.
Well,
because
we were talking about it last year,
When you
but then you said that it
interviewed
had fell through, or it,
well, that was
something-
the bill. That
yeah,
was the
something
bill. The
had-
cruising
something had
bill
happened.
Yeah.
and then I just know that you said that you're just gonna shoot again for next year
Right,
coming.
right. But I could have sworn I mentioned something about a holiday. Maybe not, but I think I did tell you in one of our conversations, like on the phone, like our
Okay.
private conversation. So,
Read your messages.
so like like one of our private like whenever I would talk to you over the phone, I think I mentioned it, but so but yeah, it got done, and now we're here, and it's pretty amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's important to be able to have a platform, and so now we have a platform. Like, it's like people don't get it. Like, there's a lot of people that are too busy arguing about, well, it's not national, or da 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 da. Like, yeah, it is a national holiday, or it would have been Arizona Lowrider Month. No, it's National Lowrider Month, and the wheels are already in motion to get this in front of the president. So this is going to be great. You know, the president's going to acknowledge it, and it's going to get even bigger. It's going to snowball. It's going to snowball from here. Nothing's going to stop this from snowballing. It's already happening.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've never really had a legitimate platform, and now we do. We have National Lowrider Month, and we can use that to our advantage. We have to start leveraging that and stop trying to be negative and be positive and embrace it and take advantage of this platform that I built. I built the platform, you know. It's like, what is that saying? You can only take a horse to water, you can't make the yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
and so the Chicano community, they have to take advantage of this instead of being negative, and they got to support. We have to support each other, you know. And it's funny because my friends, we always say, you know, sometimes the Chicano community can be like crabs in a bucket. And I don't know if you ever know that saying about crabs in a bucket. So if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, they can never get out, because once a crab gets to the very top, another crab pulls it down.
Yep.
And so all these crabs are trying to climb up, but they're getting pulled down by the crab behind them. And that's that's a good analogy, because we should be like ants. Have you ever seen how ants work together?
Yeah.
And ants, they can
Build
make
a bridge,
they
everything.
build bridges, they build, you know, ladders. So we need to stop being crabs, and we need to start being ants.
Yeah.
So, and that's like the easiest way I can put it, you know, perspective
So
wise.
doubling down what she said, and we appreciate you. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like, this is a big deal, and this is history, and I'm glad that you invited me to be a part, and that you did what you did. But what she was saying, yeah, whether, you know, at the end of the day, it's for the community. It's for what we got. It's for the culture.
Oh yeah.
Like, we all need to celebrate. It's not, you know, who said, she said, or why did this person do this or whatever, what have you. The fact that it's in motion, because it's been so long, so many years, that everything's always been verbally talked about, but nothing's never moved. And if it has, it kind of just been, you know, in the gray area, but now it just moved forward, and it's so awesome because, you know.
Yeah, and nobody has taken the initiative. They talk, and you know, anybody could have done this, but they didn't, you know. And I've been waiting for someone to do something,
Right.
and nobody did anything. Like, yeah, you guys have these, you know, these little street events, and you go down to South Plaza and you do this, and you have these protests, or you have parades, and you have, you know, little car shows and hops and whatever, you know, you guys are promoting on social media. But it has to be a little bit more significant than that. It has to be bigger, you know, and that's when I decided I have to do this, and I did it. So
I thank you. I got a couple questions though. Or
Okay.
Actually, one question. You were talking about the cruising is not a crime. Now during the Lowrider month of March, my birthday month, yeah, best month in the world. Is cruising? Is that part of the proclamation of where we can cruise now, or is it just?
no, that's not part of the proclamation, but that's hopefully this is a stepping stone to get there, to be able to resubmit that bill. But I don't think I think the bill is dead. The cruising bill, I don't think it should be resubmitted or resurrected is what I call it, because people cruise all the time and we don't get in trouble for it.
Exactly.
You know, there was only one city that had an issue with it. One city we have like over 90 cities in Arizona, and one city opposed the bill. because they had a problem with an individual, and I'm not naming any names, you know, and he's from he holds a very high, he has a very high, I don't want to say position in the community, but he's one of the pillars of the lowrider community. And that one person, you know, the bill was basically intercepted because of him in the Senate, because they had a personal problem with him.
Live right,
You
don't
know,
name names.
It's one bad apple can ruin a whole bunch, you know, and it is what it is. But my whole point is that we cruise all the time, and we don't get in trouble for it. And this National Lowrider Month, I think it's gonna help that.
Yeah, and it's a
even better.
celebration.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a celebration of the culture. And
We're gonna have parades. We're gonna have.
Oh yeah, next year, like I said, it just got submitted and approved, and we just read it, and it's the whole month of March. So we're gonna try to celebrate it and promote it as much as possible this year. And so this next year would probably, I want to say, it would probably be bigger, because right now we're already talking about like Joe Ray from the original Lowrider. He actually came out from California, which was huge.
Yeah.
Joe Ray and Rudy Rivas, they don't come out for nothing. They don't, unless it's very significant and legitimate, they will not show up. And they
Neither does Mike.
They drove down here from California. Like, they came out here for one day to witness this, to support me.
I force flips.
And then, yeah, it was amazing for them to be sitting next to me. Like, it was so surreal. Like, I didn't believe it was happening. I could not believe. So luckily we have pictures to prove that they were here. You know, it was amazing. Those were living legends. Those two guys came to support this, and we're already talking about next year having a huge parade and all these different things. We need to get merchandise made, shirts made. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good thing for everyone, for the community. Yeah.
Boy,
I didn't do this to make a name for myself. You know, I did this for the community. You know, we deserved it. We deserved. I'm part of the community. We deserve this. You know, when I was younger, we used to get so bummed out when the cops used to harass us for having lowriders. We would get harassed. We got shut down from cruising.
Yep.
Anything that had to do with lowriding got shut down.
I remember they closed down Central on us, man. It went
Yeah.
one way, then you had to go back. If they caught you again, you get in a fine and everything, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Central
I remember
is-
that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
so I feel like next year in March it's gonna be wild and a half. Like I think, yeah, because I feel like it's a whole festival month.
Mm-hmm.
Like that just changed so
yeah.
much stuff. Like you know that, like for Arizona, like March is officially the hot spot. You know how many flyers we're about to see that's gonna say save this date?
Yeah.
Every weekend,
You know how many save the dates in fucking March we're about to have because you know like National Lowrider Month. Why not do it in that month?
Yeah.
But I think you know obviously that there's gonna be, and I think you said you were working on it already. That there's gonna be probably some type of show or not show or
Parade.
Well, I don't know. All I
celebration.
know is that the people that I'm working with are already in discussions with like celebrities like Snoop Dogg and you know
Yeah.
those big names that support lowriding.
Alright.
So that's definitely gonna happen.
Are they in talks with Mike from Live Ride Podcast? If
Oh,
not, I can.
I'm in talks with you right now. You know what?
I can definitely
Yeah.
connect you.
You have my cell phone number. Nobody has my cell phone number. So
Dang.
yeah.
All right, so
You
that means
text
Live
me-
Ride
he
Podcast
gets to
gonna be
text
there.
me anytime. That's
Yeah.
very rare. A lot of
Exclusive.
people don't have my cell phone number, my
We-
direct cell phone. I have like hundreds of people like texting me on Instagram. You get to call me anytime.
Damn.
Uh,
How do you feel about that, Mike?
Hey, you know what's crazy is that it actually we actually met not even with the lowrider stuff. We were doing like some
My-
designs and
Yeah, for my
Some-
nonprofit.
some website building, and that's actually
Yeah, he
how
built
we
my
met.
website for my nonprofit.
And it was awesome because
Yeah.
that actually was pretty cool because I had time, a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah, you were
We had
home from
the-
your surgery.
Yeah.
he was
So
like
that was super dope. But yeah, you know it's awesome to have the you know that connection. Glad
Yeah.
we met. And then we have a lot of things going on, and this is super dope. The National Lowrider Month, we were able to go and go support
Witness
and,
history,
yeah,
lowrider
witness
history.
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
something that we were talking about afterwards. Me and my girl, I had a club president was there, and then somebody else that we had all rode together, and we were just talking about it afterwards. We were out there with all the cars, and we're chopping it up with a couple other of the members from the few that were there.
Yeah.
We're chopping it up, and we're just like, wow, like, bro, we literally standing here right now. like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And
it's-
we were even
it happened. It was
we were
great.
even poking jokes like, look at all us dudes. We would have been like, hell no, that's too much paperwork.
yeah, it's a lot of work, but proclamations are important, and that's I can't stress that enough. Proclamations mean a lot. Proclamations are important. Yeah, it's not a bill, but proclamations are important because it brings awareness to issues that matter.
Right.
And that's what proclamations are very, very important. And like I said, it brings awareness to the community. It shows how much we care. Like, oh my God, someone actually wrote a proclamation for Lowrider Month. You don't do proclamations unless it's something very significant, and very important to the community.
Yeah.
And so it's. I'm still speechless. Like, I'm still in shock that.
Look, been cruising since 1976. That's right, my man.
Yeah.
Keep going. What was cool is that shout out to my man Josh that hooked us up with some of the Suns tickets.
Oh yes,
And so we
Josh
went-
McCain
yeah,
from the Phoenix Suns.
we
Phoenix
went-
Suns came out. That was it.
Yeah.
And who didn't come out to the Capitol? We
Yeah.
had Joe Ray, Rudy Rivas, Josh from the Phoenix Suns, Bob from the Phoenix Suns. He's been with the Phoenix Suns
Wow.
over 30 years. Did you get to meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I was actually sitting behind him and I was tripping out because I wasn't trying to be nosy, and then I'm not talking crap either. But he's older folk, and his text on his messages were really big. So I wasn't trying to read his text, but I was like, oh my God, it's like
One word on the screen.
It's like 1 or 2 words on the screen, and I was like, oh my goodness. So
Damn, you just called
Eric
him out.
said me and Los had a victory cigar in the park. Yeah, we was out there.
Really?
Yeah, we were out there. We were chilling,
did you
chopping
take
it up.
pictures?
I think he did. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's awesome.
So we all ended up parking the cars when a lot of people started moving out.
Yeah.
We parked our cars, so we were all
Yeah.
lined up, and then we were out there chilling.
Yeah.
But back to Josh. Yeah, he ended up giving us tickets. So me, my girl, my son, and then one of the club members, we went, and his wife went, and it was super dope that we were not only there today, but then for them to post it on the jumbotron.
Yes,
for,
National Lowrider.
Yeah, for a Happy National Lowrider Month, and it was like. It hit so close. We're like, dude, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
Yeah.
man, it was almost like that tear jerking. I'm like, wow, like, oh my God, like, this is, like, just, that is. And then they have the lowrider cam with the people.
Yeah.
It's just so awesome because I feel
So
like.
surreal, right?
yeah.
Like, what's happening right
Yeah,
now? And
and
you
I-
got to witness it.
Yeah, and
what
I really
a day.
feel,
it was
I
a
re-
great day.
Yeah, I really feel the breakthrough because, like, one of the things we always talked about when we started the podcast was wanting to break the stereotype of people assuming that lowriders are just gang affiliated
Yeah.
and there's a lot of stuff going on and whatever, what have you.
Right.
We want to tell people like, hey man, we out here chilling. Like there's families, people
Oh,
come out here
yeah.
with their kids, their lawn chairs. Like it's not what y'all think it is.
Right.
And I feel like this will bring it to. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, we've been cruising, and that's awesome, of course, and I love it. But for people that don't know about the culture, that's gonna spread out to them, and it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
bring more awareness to a lot of other people that are interested. Who was telling me? Who was saying about? Damn it! I was cracking up because they were saying something that. Oh, my buddy, he was saying that he does the driving buses, like tour buses.
Okay.
And he had asked the people that he was picking up, hey, where you guys at? They're like, oh, we're coming right now. We're looking at the ghetto cars. And he was like, the what? The lady was like, the ghetto cars. And he was like, what the fuck? So he said, they're like, we're right on. So he said he walked. He's on there right there taking pictures and looking at the lowriders.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, hey, why do you call them ghetto cars? So, cause you only ever see him in the ghetto,
Ooh.
and he was like, "Oh shit, she's talking about fucking lowriders. That's crazy." But but he was like, I wasn't too offensive because they were all from France or something, so
Right.
they
And
didn't know. But it's like, wow, like
And that's the thing. We have been stereotyped for so many decades, but
Yeah.
now we can change that. And I thank the Phoenix Suns for helping us change that
Yes.
stereotype because there's so many players in the Phoenix Suns that have lowriders. And all throughout, I mean, even Kobe Bryant had a lowrider. You know, he did have a lowrider.
Right.
So I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, there's a
Booker.
lot of NBA players that have lowriders. There's executives that have lowriders. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a stereotype. Of course, a certain community did create it. But even the community that created it, they weren't ghetto. They were just Chicanos, like hardworking Chicanos. It didn't make them ghetto. Yeah, I don't like that when they say ghetto cars either.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
tripping out about that. But it's crazy 'cause like I said, it'll just bring awareness to a
Yeah.
lot of folks that aren't really in the community,
Yeah.
not in the community at all,
Right.
because we feel like there is a lot of people in the community.
Right.
But then if you really step out of the box, and maybe I'm overthinking,
Well,
but maybe I'm not. But there's
no.
just, we're just like this, and then if
Right. Exactly. And so
there's more.
and now that we're on this topic, we're always in a box. And so growing up in South Phoenix, all I knew was South Phoenix. And I didn't know what hot rods, like I didn't really know about hot rods. I didn't know about the hot rod community. And I just knew I knew what lowriders, I knew what, I was Mexican and I knew what Mexicans liked and I know what Mexicans did. And so hot rods, I wasn't too familiar about hot rods. I thought hot rods were like race cars that they would race out in the track. I didn't know that hot rods were, I guess, the white community, like it was like that was their thing. Like we have lowriders and they have like hot rods. So, and I didn't know that until I got older, and then I started branching out and learning about other cultures and other communities. So, and as I did get older, I noticed that hot rods were always showcased at all the events, and they were in commercials and they were in movies. And we never seen a lowrider in movies really. And if you did see it, it was a bad stereotype, like the movie Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong. Like, I don't know anybody that acts like that. I honestly don't. I really don't. Like, okay, like I don't. And then the
So
lowriders.
Mexican Americans don't like to get up early in
Yes.
the morning, but they have to, so they do it real slow.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Mexican, what is it? Let's say Mexican Americans write proclamations for National Lowrider Month so we could celebrate.
In March.
In March!
Yeah.
In March, baby. And that's a perfect month, man, because of the weather.
The weather,
and
yeah.
everything. That's a perfect month.
Yeah.
Outside of being my birthday month, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
24th. I'm just saying.
This guy.
It's like an early birthday present for me.
I'll give you another birthday present. I know you don't know this, but I did some counting, and our 100th episode is on that Wednesday.
That Wednesday?
Wow.
Yes.
So the 26th?
Yes.
Damn, my birthday's the 24th.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Well, I know that,
Yeah, yeah.
but I knew I was like, oh, it was right there by his birthday.
Oh, shit.
So he put hot rods were in the north side of Central Lowriders were in the south side.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I hardly went to the
Hot
north
rods were
side.
over by Metro Center and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Metro Center.
I want to squirrel real quick because I have something to talk about. Right here we have the March front cover to Live Ride magazine, and it's featuring Sophisticated Few.
Ooh, that's
and
my
it's
car club.
super dope because I got to talk to the president, and well, we're friends anyway, so it was cool to, but more on the outside of the car show joint, and I don't know if you've seen it, but outside of the
Thank you.
car
That's
joint, but
awesome.
the story that I heard and we were able to talk about was super dope for Sophisticated Few.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of other dope things. So we have a bunch of pictures. This guy walks around, takes random pictures of people. You might be walking around, scratching your butt. Who knows? No, but you might be in a
Picking
picture.
your nose or
So
something.
there's a lot of good articles in there. There's some feature photographers,
Yeah.
a feature model. We have obviously Sophisticated Few is the feature Car Club of the Month. So you can pre-order those
Yeah.
joints. It's youknownetwork.com, or just message us, and we got you live and
Yeah.
direct.
And that worked out because I'm from I'm a member of the Sophisticated Few, and
Yeah.
that's who helped push this. They supported
Nice.
me 100%. My club, my Sophisticated Few brothers and sisters,
Nice.
and it just so happened, and it was just a coincidence that. So and then I didn't even know that they were gonna be on your first cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with this whole proclamation thing, it all tied in. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was great.
If we would have known sooner, we would have had the proclamation joint in the March magazine.
Yeah.
But you know what's dope is that I don't want to jump ahead of stuff, but in April there's gonna be an article about that,
Okay.
and
At
and
least 2 pages.
I
When's
want
my
to
photo shoot?
I
No.
want to invite you
You're gonna
to
be
write. You know, I want to invite you to say what you want people to, you know,
Yeah.
and then usually I tell people when I say that we can either put it in verbatim or I can spruce it up for you. But given what you did, I don't know if I can spruce your fucking. I don't know if I can spruce up your article, but I'll still give you that option.
Yeah, I'm pretty articulate, so.
But you know, there's some super dope stuff, man. I know he wants to bring up. We have some February magazines that there's only a few of them left.
There's 10. Yeah. Squirreling back to the magazine issues. We have 10 of the February, the first edition right here. Only 10 left in the whole wide world, Craig. There's only 10 left.
The whole wide world.
In the whole wide world, Craig. So the February edition right here, the 10 that you see on the table right here in front of me, one of these magazines has 2 tickets to the Arizona Super Show. Whoever purchased the magazines at youknownetwork.com tonight, they have a chance to pick out one of these magazines, and one of the magazines has 2 tickets to the Arizona Super Show for this Saturday, March 8th at the Arizona Cardinal Stadium. So once again, youknownetwork.com, $20 a magazine, 10 left in the world, Craig, that's unclaimed. One of these, none, and I put the tickets in them, but I don't even know which one it is. So whoever purchased the magazine tonight, we're not going to do any drawings or have it release them until all 10 of them are gone. So make sure you guys get your magazines if you want to get your chance, 1 in 10 chance to win 2 tickets to Arizona Super Show. Please, youknownetwork.com. Go in there and buy your magazine and have a chance to win two tickets to the Rider magazine.
And
to the
I
Rider
will
Super
be
Show.
at the Arizona Super Show, so taking pictures if anybody wants to
Yeah.
say hi and meet me and all that stuff.
Nice.
So I'll be
Yeah.
down there.
There
walking
it is.
around like a normal person. I'm just a regular person from the hood.
Yeah.
From
You
the
know,
hood.
Yeah, if you guys are at the Arizona Super Show and you see me, come up to me and say hi. I'd love to meet you. I'm literally a girl next door. That's all I am. I'm one of you guys.
Yeah, coming here,
So-
coming here tonight, not knowing you, and when you walked in I was expecting, I was like, oh man, I'm ready. Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna, then you walk in the door and you're like, hey, how you doing, man? I'm like, oh damn, she just like one of us. Like, all right, hey, how you doing? And stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I didn't have no worries because
man,
Because-
you just sat there, man.
you know how many text messages I got from her saying
Let me
the
fan-
font it looks good. 10 minutes later, you know what? I think I need to get smaller, and I think you need to move to the left. And you know I'm just gonna. And she sent pictures and it just has a circle like a football. Move this down here. And I was like, damn.
Like
Speaking
she's
of.
running a play for the football team. Or
Yep. Speaking of the Super Show, man, my boy Richard Valdez, I don't know if he wants to say his last name or not, but my boy Richard, he's been doing this year after year, man. It's a scavenger hunt for the Super Show joint. It is Corona_King AZ. And what he does is it's a scavenger hunt. So he has, I believe, 13 pictures that are scattered around the stadium.
In and out.
And you can see his logo on it, and it's also posted. We'll post it again. But if you find these pictures and you flip it over and it tells you, and he's at his booth, and every picture you find, it's $100.
Right. And there is one this year that's worth, I believe it's $250. There's one picture worth $250 this year.
Yeah. All I know is he has over 10 pictures, and he said one person can find them all. If they're that vested, they can leave with over $1,000.
Yeah.
So what's super dope is talking to my man Richard. One of those pictures are gonna be of us, Live Ride Podcast. So if you guys see a picture of our goofy, boofy head asses out there, grab that joint and you get $100, God.
Hey.
and buy me a beer. Buy me a beer.
Buy you a beer. It's
So
gonna be
they're just
$56.
gonna be posted in random places.
Just
So they might be like under a stadium seat.
Okay.
They might be. He hides them.
Okay.
So you can be walking around and you see a random ass picture.
It might be in somebody's booth.
Yeah. Oh, he did say that. He said that some people were walking by him because he would like just place them by, maybe a vendor, and people would think it's their display.
Okay.
He said you just got to pick it up and just turn it around if you can find it.
Yep.
And then you turned it in where for the $100?
It gives you instructions right on the back of it.
Oh,
It says like,
okay.
come. I think have a booth or something,
Okay.
or it says text our number or something, and then he'll give you cash.
Right on.
So it's a scavenger
Tax
hunt.
free, tax
So
free.
if you guys want to get your money back for the tickets you buy, find yourself a couple pictures, man. But I want to give a shout out to my boy Rich, man, because that's super dope that he does that, for the committee and stuff, and he's been doing it. I don't know exactly, I want to say I don't know exactly because he talked about it on the show, because that makes it seem like I wasn't paying attention. But he does it for a reason.
Yeah,
So.
Joseph, the new magazine is ready for pre-orders. It is sent out to the printers. We should hopefully have it by next week sometime. But yes, it is definitely up for pre-orders. Just go ahead and hit YouKnowNetwork.com, get your pre-orders in. Right now, like we were saying before, 10 magazines left. With one of them has 2 tickets to the Arizona Super Show. Make sure you guys get your magazines, man, and get a chance to win one of them.
Shout out to my man Joseph right there. He said he just came back to Arizona, and he checked it out and he bought a magazine.
Oh, he
People
did?
been, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he said he would buy. And there are a lot of people are already asking that bought the February joints to get the March ones, and I've been seeing a lot of people come by and pick up magazines. It's super dope, man. I appreciate the people that show support
Are
because
you guys gonna be set up at the Arizona Super Show or
not this
no?
year.
Okay.
No,
You
we're
should
not
have
gonna
gotten a
be.
booth.
Yeah,
Have your own little booth out there with your podcast. That would have been cool.
We did the 1 year when Mike had a surgery on his foot because he was lame, but lamed up, I should say.
You say I'm a lame or I'm a lean?
You're both. Anyways,
I'm not lean.
so but no, this year it was kind of a last minute kind of thing.
Okay.
So we are going to be out there. We are going to be, like Mike said, we're going to be taking pictures and stuff, talking to people and everything like that. So we will be walking around. We will have, some.
You're gonna
maybe
make your
merchandise.
presence in some way.
Oh
That's
yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
You can't miss me.
You can't miss us.
Can't
Look
miss-
how
yeah,
fucking
man.
big we are.
We got to like get out of the way for everybody. No, but yeah, we're definitely gonna be out there, and we're gonna be out there taking pictures and stuff like that, talking to everybody. So we're definitely gonna be doing our thing out there.
Yeah. Carmen says she needs a ticket to the Super Show, so message us and we can get you that. You got some tickets?
Actually, I'm sold out.
He sold out.
Sold out.
So you can gamble and just buy a ticket. Buy a magazine.
Yeah, Carmen, we're right there. 2 of them.
You can gamble.
2 of them.
You,
One magazine's got 2 tickets in it, guys and ladies. And,
Yeah.
And they, them, whoever you want to recognize yourself as, they got 2 tickets to it.
Your pronouns?
Whatever they want to recognize themselves as, I'm just trying to sell a magazine.
Chris's pronouns are fee, fi, fo, fo.
Get in my tummy. And the 2 tickets were actually donated by Larry from Body of Clothing. Thank you, Larry and the family, for donating those 2 tickets.
Yeah,
Which
and
are in
speaking
the
of Body of Clothing, man, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Body of Clothing, they got 2 locations on El Mirage and then in Phoenix, 3rd Street and McDowell. Open daily. My boy Franklin, Service with Aloha, 27th Avenue and something.
Just north of Camelback.
North of Camelback.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check them out, man. They got a lot of dope stuff.
Hit the commercials, man.
Yeah, we're going to go to commercial. Y'all can check them out and then we'll come back. We'll come back like the McRib.
After these messages.
September this year, we ended up opening up a shop. So we've been open now, just went on 3 weeks at this location. 5321 North 27th Ave on 27 and Camelback, right by GCU College. We do anything from regular maintenance, tune-up. We can do regular your factory services, 20K, 30K, 60K, timing belt, water pump. Doing a motor swap right over there on that Kia. This Corvette is a clutch job. Over there, the GMC Arcadia, we're doing the head gaskets on that. And we're just here to help out people, help out the community. We like to get involved in stuff that we can. We're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And then on the weekends, we're still doing some mobile.
We in the streets and it's poppin'. You know what's really gon' pop. Oh. We in the streets and it's poppin'. You know what's really gon' pop. Oh. We in the streets and we in a low. Roll up the blunt and a 4-0. I don't care if it's a cruise or a car show. Keep it clean, you gonna see me cruising, yo. Got the 96 town car sitting low with the Live Ride podcast, black chrome, killing the beat, and I stand alone from the West Coast and my music shows. Come on, we in the streets, and it's pop. You know what's really gon' pop. Oh. We in the streets and it's poppin'. You know what's really gon' pop. Oh.
First picture.
Yeah, man.
And we back, man, live in the rep for the second half of the show. You know what time it is, man. If you guys are just tuning in, National Lowrider Month.
hilarious.
We with the female Steve Jobs, and no, we have a lot of stuff going on, man. If you guys are just tuning in, National Lowrider Month proclamation. Yesterday they announced it, and we had the privilege of being there. We have Josie in the house that was
Wrote it.
What?
That wrote it.
Oh, that wrote it. I was wondering what you said. And man, a lot of dope stuff, man. So man, we it's awesome. It's a celebration, and I'm kind of lost for words too when she said that, because I'm like, you know what? I really don't know what to say because it's super dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it on the calendar next year.
Yeah, man.
That'll be fucking tight.
Me too.
Huh,
Yeah,
that's
because
true, huh?
like I said,
That's
I
what
was
it'll
saying
be on, right? It'll be
earlier.
on the calendar, right?
What's that?
Wouldn't it be on a calendar? Wouldn't it be on calendars? Like,
Oh,
how
it
they-
should be. Yeah, for sure. It should definitely be on a calendar. Yeah, we have a lot of work ahead of us. The proclamation just got approved, so we still have to kind of start making those moves and everything. But yeah, I mean,
So it's not, the job's not done.
the job is done, but now we have to commercialize it. So
Heard.
it's all about now. It's about commercializing it, just like Black History Month was commercialized, Pride Month was commercialized. So now it's time to commercialize Lowrider Month.
I think.
And the only way to do that is the community. The community has to
Right.
commercialize this
and
for sure.
Commercializing, you talk about, the month. But I've seen Modelo commercials and stuff right now. They're already showcasing lowriders and lowrider models. and
Yeah,
stuff
we
like that.
definitely have to
I've
do
seen that
something.
already.
Oh, that's a good idea. We got to reach out to Modelo.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it now. They're doing it with their Modelo.
Yeah.
They did a lowrider commercial for
Yeah.
Modelo with
Two
Decoy.
girls,
Yeah. But now we have a formal documentation. We have a proclamation. That's a formal documentation of this culture, of this lifestyle. So that's a huge step. I mean,
Right.
a huge leap. I shouldn't say step. We've made a huge leap. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, it's like it's now at the ceremonial level. We've never had a ceremony. This brings it to that ceremonial level.
Yeah.
The proclamation.
Oh, she's
So-
talking about ceremonies.
So I wanted to kind of
I'm just thinking
throw
about
this out there and just see what if you want to comment on it. If not, totally fine. But I was at a couple shows last weekend, which I'll get into that. That was super dope. Shout out to Arisa Car Club for the little grill and chill.
Yeah.
It was super dope. But there was somebody walking around talking about National Lowrider Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there was,
Some people.
I don't know how much of confusion is for
Yeah.
how many people, but I know that I clarified with you.
Yeah.
Obviously offline.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because, like, as we were talking about earlier, how the community is so divided, and people claim that they want to help the community or they want to do something good for the community, but then when it comes down to it, it's like, are you actually helping the community, or are you trying to make a name for yourself?
Yeah.
So I believe that sometimes people, politicians, they lie. That's what they do. That's why I'm not a politician. I will never be a politician. I've been asked to run for several different candidacies, and I'm not. Maybe when I'm older.
Yeah.
I think I could, but as of today, there's so much animosity in the world, and it's so divided. I'd rather just
Yeah, definitely.
chill for now. But yeah, I mean, politicians, they lie. They do everything they have to do to get either on the community's good side, and they'll make up things like, oh, I'm gonna bring National Lowrider Day to you guys, and again, National Lowrider Day was initially my initial proclamation idea, and then I had shared it with that certain politician, and they decided that they were gonna steal it and take it and do it themselves, because I decided I didn't want to work with anymore, because the people they were working with certain people in the community that I didn't really care for, and they sided with those other people, which was fine. That's great,
happens.
but it happens. You can't. Everybody can't like me, and I can't like everybody. That's just the way it is. People have different styles of working, and that's not my style of business. I don't do business that way, and so yeah. I mean, I guess that certain individual was trying to do National Lowrider Day or whatever, but I had already submitted National Lowrider Month, and who wants National Lowrider Day anyway? I mean, we want a lowrider. It's supposed to be like Arizona Lowrider Day, and I believe that National Lowrider Month kind of trumps Arizona Lowrider Day. What do you guys think?
I definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if it falls in it falls in the month.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're gonna have Arizona Lowrider Day and National Lowrider Month all in the same month. It just doesn't make sense. But whatever. He's doing that. He's
You'd
good
be
for
like-
him. I'm happy. I hope it goes well with whatever he's doing. But yeah, I did this, with the community. I did it for the community. I don't have an agenda. I'm from the streets. I'm from the barrio of South Phoenix. I've been there. I don't know if this individual, I don't even know where he's from. I don't know what he does. I don't know his history. I know the community doesn't know who he is. My community knows me. They know who I am. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and we shouldn't be, like I said before, we got to help each other. We shouldn't be working against each other. We should be working together, and he decided he wasn't going to work with me, which is fine, which was his choice. I wanted to work with him, but he decided to go off on his own and do his own thing, and he thought that I was just going to say okay and not do nothing, and he didn't really know me well, and he still doesn't know me, but
Someone put, damn, did he try to steal your idea? Then someone says that's what politicians do.
Oh, yeah.
They try to steal other people's hard work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
comments.
and I want to say his name because he's still trying to push this Arizona Lowrider Day, but I mean, it's fine, whatever.
You
it's
can
for the
if you
community.
mustn't.
It's for the community. It's for the community. I support it. I support Arizona Lowrider Day, whatever. But like I said, we should have been working together. He and I should have been working together on this. The community all should have been working on this, but instead he actually tried turning my community, my lowrider community, against me, which it didn't work, because I want to give out a shout out to my uncle Tim from the Sophisticated Few. A lot of people don't know that he's my tío.
What's up, Tim?
And so yeah, Tim Cienfuegos from the Sophisticated Few, he had my back. He didn't let me give up. He wouldn't let me. There was a point where I was going to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. Just forget it. Let them have it. Let them do what they're going to do with Arizona Lowrider Day. And he said, no, this was your idea. This is what you wanted to do. You were doing this for our community. You got to keep going. And so I said, okay. I buckled up and I did it, and it went through. So
Yeah. Miss 420 says that she will support you. She's glad you saw the light. she will support you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what it
Yeah.
is, and we were talking
Yeah.
about that. Me and my girl, we
Yeah.
were talking about that. I believe
Yeah.
yesterday about
Uh-huh.
how politicians like it's messed up is because that dude was trying so hard to push, but his motive was not right.
No,
it wasn't. It
yeah.
wasn't for. It
Yeah.
wasn't for the community. It was more or less to get a couple notches under my belt, or even
Yeah.
have somebody that will support him. That's just my opinion. But that's what kind of looked like, because I was there when they read it, and a couple of things were shoddy, and I was like, what the.
Oh yeah, because he actually tried to use the platform. He basically used our day for
Yeah.
his day. Like he's trying to do this Arizona. He's trying to do this Arizona lowrider day, and Tuesday was our day. It was the community's day to shine. It wasn't my day. It wasn't my day to shine. It was the community's day to shine. And he tried to take that away from the community because he has a personal vendetta against me, it's wrong. It was wrong for him to do that. He made the community look stupid. He had you guys stand up, and you see him laughing. He was laughing at you guys.
Yeah,
He was
and I
laughing.
picked up on it right real quick because
Oh, yeah.
cause
And he wants you guys to come out for
Yeah.
for Arizona Lowrider Day after what he did. He
Yeah.
wanted to make you guys look like fools because he has a personal vendetta against me.
Yeah.
That's petty. That is petty in the highest.
Yeah.
And then that's a slap in the face. What
Yeah.
he did to you guys that day, and then for him to be laughing in front, he laughed about it. He thought it was funny, and then he had the nerve to have his assistant come out and ask you guys to come back on the 26th or what did he say?
22nd?
When was it? The March whatever.
22nd, I believe?
Whenever his
Yeah.
day is. Oh, can you guys come
Or
back
26
for
or something
for
like that.
Arizona
Yeah.
Lowrider Day after what he did to you guys? That he has some.
Yeah. So what she's talking about
definitely
is
has
that
some webbles on him for sure.
Right.
well, what she's talking about is every representative had kind of like stated who was there
And what they were doing, their agenda.
Yeah, and their
Yeah.
agenda, and then we kind of just rose to it, and
He asked you guys to
he's
stand
not,
up.
Yeah, he's not the representative that
That-
endorsed this.
No.
He's not that person. But
He took it upon
unfortunately,
himself.
it's lowrider and lowrider. So we heard lowrider. They asked us to stand. We stood, and I think what got me fucking pissed off was the fact that
yeah.
it was like, oh yeah, I'm doing a lowrider day. Oh, and I think somebody else is doing like a lowrider month or something.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a lowrider day, so this is the lowrider community, and I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
And
Are
you guys
you
are the
fucking-
ones.
Are
and
you kidding me right
you
now?
guys are
See,
the
I'm
ones
already
he
getting
wants
fucking
to
mad.
support his lowrider day.
Yeah, it was
like-
it was shitty.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it was
He's using the community in any way possible.
Yeah.
And he used you guys that day to make himself feel good and look good because
Look, I was there
it's. Oh yeah,
trying to make us look like fools, making us stand up.
yeah, and he did. And I didn't even know he was talking because his desk was in the very
Yeah,
back.
it was in the
And I
corner.
couldn't see who was talking, and I'm like, what? Who's talking? Because I know that Lydia was the one that was supposed to speak.
Yeah.
And so when I leaned over and I looked, and it was him, and I said, "What? Oh my God!" I was so mad, and then we sat down, and he literally was laughing and thought it was funny. So the community's a joke. The same community members that he's asking to help him and support his Arizona Lowrider Day, he's making them a mockery. Like that makes no sense. And the community should know this. The community should know that. I mean, it's wrong. And it's so funny because they moved his desk. So last session, his desk was in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And so this session, they put him way in the back because he is so loud and so unprofessional inside, during the floor in the gallery. He gets loud, he gets disrespectful, he starts calling people racist, he yells at the top of his lungs, and it's like and it's sad because that's the man that is, he's the one representing my community, because he's Chicano. He's Chicano, and I'm like, no, this representative does not stand for me at all. Like, he doesn't represent me. you know, and he ran unopposed, so it's not like anybody ran against him.
Right.
So he got reelected this year unopposed. But the thing is that it's like, no, that guy does not, he does not represent me as a Chicana. There's no way. You know,
Yeah.
I can't believe they have people like that working in the legislature,
Yeah.
acting that way, behaving that way, you know, treating us the way they do.
Yep.
You
And
know?
if any of y'all know who the fuck we talking about, and y'all know who he is,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to have him come on here and chop it up.
Yeah.
Like, say what you say, man.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, I was there.
Yeah.
I got invited, and I appreciate you for doing that for me because that was like super big, and that was history.
Yeah.
And I'm super grateful.
Yeah.
That you even thought about me, and that was like I said, I talk to my girl about everything. I was telling her, I said, that shit fucking pissed me off, bro.
Everyone
Because
got
I knew,
pissed off.
I knew,
and he
because
pissed off a lot of people.
we had the conversation prior, before that any happened, so it clicked real fast. But the same thing happened. What you did was because you didn't see him at 1st. It wasn't until I was standing
Yeah.
up, and then I was, you know, and I was kind of looking around because I was doing the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is talking?
Yeah.
And then when I seen him, I was like, isn't that the? Wait a minute. And then I was like, and then when he was saying what he was saying, I was like, oh.
You were like, hell no. And
it
I'm like,
literally made a bunch of fucking.
It was laughable, though. It was
grown-ass
laughable.
men.
I laughed, too.
grown-ass
I was
men.
like,
and we're sitting there like this motherfucker.
you get this one. You'll get you know,
Yeah.
we'll give you this
You
one
got
this
it.
one time. Yeah.
Got it, bro.
But yeah, for sure.
But it was like, come on, man. Like, you know.
Yeah. That was pretty petty, and it
it's-
was disrespectful to everybody there, especially the OGs that came in from California. Like he doesn't know these OGs that came in. He doesn't know Joe Ray. He doesn't know Rudy Rivas. He doesn't know Chuck Cerna. He doesn't know these guys, and
Yeah.
he made them look like fools. Can you believe that? He had some nerve to do that. That's pretty ballsy that he would do that. you
But the
know,
positive is
to the
that
community,
National
supposedly.
Lowrider Month
Right.
is live and direct.
That's right. It is.
And
And let's get back to the proclamation.
it's-
Let's stop talking about that.
It's
Let's,
fucking official.
yeah, that
and-
and you know, my proclamation was submitted first because why? Because it was my idea. The minute I had the idea, I wrote it, I submitted it. It got approved, it got done. Boom, you know, and supposedly his is coming out at the end of the month, but who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So earlier, before the show started,
What?
we were talking.
What?
Someone sent me a picture, fucking side by side, of what this dude looks like. Look, got this right, and then this.
Damn, y'all sad.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no,
I
not-
mean, you know what? I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing in the
Not the
community. I'm going to
look-alike.
continue to shine. Thank God. You know, I was blessed with so much love and perseverance to be able to do these things. And I'm going to continue to do these things no matter what. Nobody can stop me. I'm, you know, and nobody stopped me and nobody can stop me. And like I said, this is just the beginning. And you're gonna be right there because you've been so amazing. Like since all this started, like back last year, that's when you and I met. You
Much
know?
appreciated.
So yeah.
Yeah, man, we always been cool peeps. Like, that's
Yeah,
super dope.
yeah.
And then, like, you know, you've always
Yeah, I'm his pain in the butt, I guess. I'm pain in the butt.
you always threw it in my ear about this last year, and you know, and then when you have, I was like, oh man, that's dope. Like it's going on, it's good. Like we're good, you know, and it's freaking awesome. Someone messaged me and said, so what happens when his lowrider day falls on a weekday on some years and you can't even celebrate until it's the weekend?
And that's what I said. That's why I did National Lowrider Month.
Right.
Because I figured, you know, why would we do a day and then it lands on a day and we can't, you know, and we need an entire month to celebrate because there are so many moving parts in the lowrider culture. You can't get it all in one day,
Right.
you know, and it's like, and it makes me think like, you got to think like, is that how he feels about the lowrider community? This representative thinks we only deserve one day,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, really, come on.
I want a year.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so but that tells you a lot about him, you know. He's just gonna give you guys one day, and he thinks, oh, well, we'll give the community one day. No, I got the community an entire month.
Let's go. Let's go.
And speaking about the 1 month, I know you, before the show, we were talking a little bit, and you said that you own the.
Yes, I ended up, so last year when I first initially got the idea, before I even talked to this individual, I went and purchased online the trade name for National Lowrider Day, National Lowrider Week, and National Lowrider Month. So I own that so I can monetize it. So even if he tries to say it was his idea, whatever, I can literally pull up on public record my trade name, when it was registered, when it was purchased last year. And yeah.
So if somebody makes something without your written consent, they can get fined for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can definitely do something, but I mean, I'm not going to do that. If somebody wants, if somebody wants to sell shirts and stuff, I'm not going to say, oh,
That's what I'm saying.
I would never do that. And some people I've heard have done that. Right. You know, they've reached out to other community, and I'm not. This is for the community. Right. You know, if my community wants to monetize on this, so be it. You know.
Get at your boy for your shirts.
You know? Yeah, sell coffee mugs, sell whatever you need to do. Whatever you guys, you know, whatever you have to do. I'm not going to...
Now, setting up events, I know we had vaguely mentioned about parades and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Would we have to go through you to get these set up, or what would be the process if, let's say, we wanted to do a live ride parade for...
Well, we would do it together. So I know that I've already, I kind of picked the people that I want to work with next year when we have the big parade. So the big parade, it's already being kind of planned already for next year. Okay. But I definitely want you guys a part of it for sure. You guys are definitely going to be part, because we have to have a planning committee, and we're going to have those committee meetings. So you guys are definitely going to be part of that committee meeting. Because, you know, the people that showed up at the Capitol, that meant a lot. Right. And I'm going to remember those people that showed up at the Capitol, like I mentioned, you know. So, because bigger and better things are going to be happening with Lowrider Month. And and like I said, I remember people that show up. Yep. Yeah. That's and awesome. Mike has always had my back, even when I was a pain in the butt when he was building my website. Yeah. He never complained. He never said, God, you know, like.
That's cool, man.
Well, this is kind of on the fly, but I know my boy Agent Zero was 100% behind me on this. He don't even know what it is, but every month we have a different car club featuring. But I think the next month of March, I think you should
be on the cover.
The next year of March, I mean, you should be on the cover of March magazine, and that would, you know. Because that's a big part of the culture. And,
I would set the stage for the month?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Cool.
So,
and me being a woman, Latina?
So, yes. So I think that would be super dope. So mark
you men couldn't get anything done, so I had to step in.
Hey, we got a damn magazine. We got something done.
We're too busy cleaning the yards and fixing the houses and shit.
Hey, you know what? I really commend you, though, because, you know, even... Like, something like this, I can't even think of the caliber of the extent that you had to. Yeah. You know, I know you've talked about it and all that stuff, but when I think about it, for being somebody that does a lot of work, a lot of business and all that stuff.
Yeah, I do a lot of business.
Even myself,
I don't even know how I got it done. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
don't.
So,
yeah,
that's pretty awesome. So, you guys.
But it almost got shut down. I had told you, you know, even up until the day of, you know, that representative was trying to basically trying to intercept it or shut it down or veto it or whatever you call it. But and that's another thing.
Like, why,
I usually don't gossip or talk about people or put anybody on blast, but this is important because we have this man. He has a lot. He's an influential individual working in the legislature, and this National Lowrider Month is going to help our community. So why was he trying to take that away from us?
Yeah, that's the
Why
thing.
was he trying so hard to take this away from us? Because he has a personal vendetta against me?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's not
cool.
right.
That's not cool at all.
And even still, that even though we talked about the situation that happened, you still sat here and said, hey, if they do the National Lowrider Day too, whatever, I'll support it.
Yeah,
it's for the community.
Yeah, I will.
So the fact that you're able to say, hey man, that was fucking shitty. But regardless of your shittiness, I'm still to support because
Yeah.
it wasn't my agenda was for the community. It wasn't to get more fucking votes
Yeah.
or have a Chicano
Yeah.
community behind you. Like that's not
Yeah.
none of that. And I'm speculating,
Yeah.
so don't.
And
quote me
and
that.
what
But-
really and what hurts me the most is that he knows who I am. I know who he is. He knows I'm talking about him, and I helped him get his cruising bill passed through the House of Representatives. I got it into the Senate. The House Speaker Ben Toma last year, he literally said, "This bill would be dead if it wasn't for you coming and talking to me." Because I went and talked to him in his chambers. I said, this really needs to happen for our community. I know that you have this thing with this person, and he disrespected you. He called you certain things, but it's bigger than him. This is bigger than him.
Yeah. Don't let him fuck us.
Right,
fuck us all.
exactly. Don't let him
Yeah.
screw this up for the community.
Yeah.
And I
We
just
don't
went
deserve
on
that.
and I explained. I said, this is what this means to the community. This is what it's going to do for our community. And he says, wow, he was blown away, and he said, okay, he says, I'm going to do this for you, not for him. And he says, and he's going to know that. He will know that this happened because of you. Because he literally, he says, this bill's dead. He killed it. But he decided, okay, I'm going to push it through because of you. So, and that breaks my heart because, like, why aren't we should be good friends,
Yeah.
but we're not, which is crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that we will never know unless it's really talked about.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
why are you gonna try to
Yeah.
kill? Why are you gonna try to kill a whole month for the community because of personal situations with somebody else?
Yeah.
Did you want
Whether
to-
it's her, whether it's whatever, what
Yeah.
have you. Like it
Yeah.
don't matter. Like what you're trying to like. Have you ever heard about people get divorced? It hurts the children. It don't hurt them.
Yeah.
The same fucking thing with the like you're trying to do
Yeah.
something. Oh yeah, the children. Yeah, they trying to do, and you're hurting us. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because this is for the community, and we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You still push it through, even when you were like, well, fuck it. If they're already doing that, just and
Yeah.
shout out to your Uncle Tim for fucking saying, nah,
Yeah.
keep it, man, my man.
Keep going,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's super dope.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome for everybody in the
Yeah.
community. And that's like what I'll never understand. Like why were you hating that much, bro?
It's
Like why was
actually-
it that important for you to come on?
It's actually hypocritical, and it's it's very hypocritical, and he's so like one-sided as well. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it is what it is. But like I said, I want to be a voice of the community. That's my agenda. I do have an agenda. I'm not gonna lie, and that is to be the voice of the community. It's for people that they don't have the knowledge or even the courage to fight for issues that they believe in, and there's so many things that we can do. Anybody can create a bill, anybody can create a proclamation, but they won't take the initiative. But you got people like me that I care about you guys. You can message me on Facebook, message me on Instagram if you have questions about different community issues, and just let me know. I can help you. We can fight this fight together. We don't have to do it alone, and that is my agenda. My agenda is to be a pillar in the community, to be an advocate for the community, that's why I volunteer as a lobbyist there at the legislature. And I don't make money from this. I don't make money off of this. I'm not becoming famous from this.
Yeah, you are.
And
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
you
are.
are. Don't lie.
that wasn't my agenda. I didn't say, well, I want to be famous and I should do this. It
Yeah.
all just kind of fell into place when I was helping that certain representative with that cruising bill. I had this idea. I said, I still want to. What can I do for my community? How can we still make a statement? And this is a big statement. It's a very broad statement.
Hell yeah.
Lowrider month. of
Well, you
the
know
month
what's
of
so
March.
awesome is because you said,
Yeah.
"What can I
Action.
do for the community?" And
Action.
and you know the proclamation came out. We said, "What can we do for our community?" And you're watching us live on Live Right Podcast every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Baby, come fuck with your boy all day, every day. Hey, but you know what? hey, every piece of the puzzle makes a big picture.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're podcasting, whether you're vending, whether you have a car under construction, whether you're somebody that's calling a ghetto car, but you just need to be educated that it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all these pieces of the puzzle will make a big picture, and we really appreciate it.
And speaking of ghetto cars, I don't mean to interject.
Go ahead.
These ghetto cars, I will say it, I've said it once, I'll say it again. These ghetto cars, they're precious commodities, just like gold and silver.
Yep.
Gold and silver.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't lose their value.
For
You
sure.
know, they're assets.
For sure.
They're assets. They're assets. You know, a lot of these cars. What's the most expensive car you've ever seen, real lowrider?
And speaking of that, assets. Go if you read this story, if you read this story from Sophisticated Few, and you see how the bloodline went down
Oh, yeah.
for years and years and
Yep.
years. It's not something that just happened in the 2000s,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. This came down from grandparents to parents to
Yep.
children, and they're still strong in the club, and it's really big out here in Arizona, and doing so much work for not only the Suns, collaborating with the Suns and a lot of other things, to the NASCAR games and all that stuff. You gotta read this story, because that's something that you seen that when it's like, hey man, it's down to the 70s. I want to give it all away, but for a real long time, and then see how the generations go. That's not something that we just. That's not a phase. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you live. That's the culture.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And this story, I like this one because Sophisticated Few was always the club that I'm in. They're like a brother club to Sophisticated Few. So we mess with the Few a lot. And when I was able to write this for them, it was super dope. Because I learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I even got a lot of pictures, a lot of old pictures that you guys can see in here from back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like from even
Right.
the presidents being kids in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
lowriders to it's super dope. You guys
Yeah.
gotta check it out, man. You don't never
Yeah, you get like goosebumps. It's like wow.
yeah,
But,
and I love hearing people's stories.
But yeah, but those generational traditions,
Yeah.
they're fading.
Yeah.
Those generational traditions are fading. A lot of these OGs, their kids don't want to have anything to do with low riding or low riders. You know, it's not like it used to be. And that's another reason
got a
why
comment.
Lowrider Month is going to be big, because like you said, other cultures, other communities are going to see this and they're going to say, wow, you know, just like the Japanese, low riding is huge in Japan.
Oh, a hurrah.
You know,
Gigantic.
it's
man.
huge.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you got a comment right here.
having
It
National
says, "Girl, you
Lowrider
are
Month.
famous."
Yeah, it's big. It's bigger than Godzilla.
What does it say?
It says, "Girl, you are famous in the community. You forever will be part of history. We got your
Aw,
back."
Thank you so much.
The love, baby, the love.
Yay.
You said
I
you
love
ain't famous.
everyone.
You said you ain't famous. Shit.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, hey man, I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you
and
for having
very
me.
such notice. And there's a funnier story, but I'll tell you offline.
So with her not being famous, this is her first official autograph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
baby.
actually.
It
That
is.
actually it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never done it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We got 1-on-1, motherfucker. Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck yeah.
It's very special what you did for the lowrider community everywhere.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is so awesome because people that aren't in the community can learn our culture and it can continue to build. So I want to thank you personally for doing what you did. It's super dope, much appreciated, and I'm super happy to see what it goes from here. And I will forever tell my children that I was a part of history because I got to see this happen, and it was just awesome. I really appreciate it. And everybody that's tuning in, like she said, she got the Facebook joint, the Instagram. Go ahead. It's so much more that's gonna come, and it's super awesome. But this happened, and it's there, and it's live and direct. And you can Google it now. I don't know if you've been Googling it, but it's fucking everywhere now, and it's fucking awesome, and it's much appreciated. So. It's getting to that time. My name is Mike Nan. I'm going to let you do your own outro. You do your own outro. Say what you ever want to say. But I will say this. is that we got a few magazines left for the February edition. The February joints are very special just because they're the first magazines we've ever printed. So Johnny from Bowtie Car Club, he signed all the copies. We signed all the copies.
Right.
We're not signing no copies moving forward. Maybe, who knows? Maybe hers will sign that one.
I can sign a copy.
We can have it. But you know what? We're doing this for the community and giving people super dope stories. That because a lot of people, believe it or not, I don't want to be sound like a hater, but Agent Zero was telling me a lot, like, hey man, the nostalgia for these magazines, a lot of people will read articles, and I was always like with it, and I've always was awesome with the idea and when we push it out, but I was like, man, we got to do some, you know, and he's like, man, just trust me,
Trust the process. Man.
and a lot of people have been supporting, and it's super dope. So keep doing that, man, and we got a lot of dope stuff coming to different the magazines and stuff. They'll get better, they'll get bigger, and
April edition is gonna be, March edition is gonna be bomb. I can already tell you right now, it's gonna be off the hook.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my name is Mike Nan, man. Catch us on all the social media joints. All you gotta do is search Live Ride 65. It's not 65 means nothing. It's just a number. Live Ride 65. It's not how old he is. It's not my pant size. It's not how tall Rizzy is. And it's just a number. Live Ride 65. Make sure y'all check this out, man. My name is Mike Nan. I'm out of this joint.
Yeah, man. This is Agent Zero. Once again, thank you guys. Thank you very much for doing what you did for us, and the whole community thanks you, as you can tell by the love that was shown to you tonight, and the love that will continue to be shown to you from this day on. You are famous. So with that being said, thank you very much. And also, before we get out of here tonight, guys, like we mentioned earlier on the show, for those that weren't here or that are here now, there's 10 copies left that are one of the copies has 2 tickets to the Arizona Super Show in them. We don't know which ones they are, which one it is, but one of those magazines right here in front of us has 2 tickets to Arizona Super Show, $20 each. Get your magazine before Saturday, and then you get a chance, 1 out of 10 chance to win the tickets.
I think, respectfully, that we should probably lower the odds a little bit.
Lower the odds?
Yeah, you got a 1 out of 10 chance, so at least we should give him 1 out of a 9 chance. But this gives our guest a 1 out of 10 chance to see if she gets Super Show tickets. So we're gonna bless you with a magazine tonight.
Okay.
I'll be a guest at the Super Show, so I don't need tickets.
Okay. Well, pick a magazine.
But I'll take a magazine.
Take a
and if I get a
magazine.
ticket, I'll give it back, I guess.
Should she find out right here?
Why not?
What will be the chances of you picking the 1 out of the 10?
One of the
how
chances. It'll
big
be
your-
1 out of 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Apple Juice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
All
Apple
right,
Juice.
so go on and pick one magazine,
Okay.
which would be yours.
Okay.
And you had said if you win the 2 tickets, you'll give them back.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, for sure.
So, all right. So
Yeah.
go and pick whichever one you want.
Okay. I'll pick this one.
If she happens to pick the fucking one,
I don't think I'll pick the one with the. Oh, how do I open it?
Oh, so they're resealable.
Okay.
Just everybody, if you do want to decide to read it, they are resealable. I get to pull this tab right
Oh,
on the back.
okay.
You pull the tab on the back.
You know what's crazy is that I don't even know how many people probably went and just ripped that shit open, because that's what I thought.
Okay.
Where would they be at?
In the middle page.
No tickets.
No tickets.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Woo!
Yeah,
1 in
no.
9 chance, fellas.
I could
Okay,
have
so now you have 1 in 9 chance.
1 in
everyone.
9
1
chances.
in 9
But
chance.
you got a magazine.
Yes,
So,
thank you so much.
I thought you were gonna go like this.
That's what I'm going to do too, just so everybody can see. I'm going to put it back in the magazine cover for her, so she can keep it nice and crispy.
So we'll go live in a little bit, and we'll get this going with the tickets. We're wanting to give somebody these tickets, man.
Yeah,
We
somebody.
already got tickets. So I don't need none.
There you go. Still back
Thank
like it never
you.
happened. Thank you very much.
It never happened. No.
So 1 out of 9 chance now, people. 1 out of 9 chance to win 2 tickets to Arizona Super Show Saturday, March 8th at the Arizona Cardinals Stadium. Arizona Super Show. Put me down for one, Mike. For which one? For the February or for the March, Pablo?
Oh, I do. He has a paragraph on that joint.
I know that's a profit.
You want me to read it real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man.
It says, "What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing there? Congratulations! It is such an honor, and was an honor to have you guys at the arena, and it's gonna happen in the way for the whole lowrider community. Keep on working hard to achieve great goals. Hits off the streets out of profe streets." Yeah. He started getting into the Espanol. I'm sorry, folks, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. So,
So
with that being said, this is Agent Zero. Thank you guys for chiming in again tonight. See you guys out there at the Arizona Super Show. Stop by, say hi, take a couple pictures with us and everything. And with that being said, I'm out. You guys have a good night.
Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. March 22nd, we're doing a meet and greet at Bodio Clothing, our sponsors.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be out there. If y'all wanna take pictures with us and stuff, you can. But if you don't, it's okay, cause Miklo from Blood and Blood Out will be there. You probably wanna see him, but we're gonna be sitting next to my man.
I want to see.
and-
I was in love with him when
Yeah.
I was younger.
And we're
Oh shit.
so we're gonna be chilling with my boy Miklo, man, Damian Chapel.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be March 22nd at the Phoenix location, right?
3rd Street in McDowell.
3rd Street in McDowell.
Yeah.
And we have the flyer. We'll post the flyer up again. But it's super dope, man. So we're gonna be out there taking pictures, shaking hands, kissing babies. But we also have magazines available, man, and all kinds of good shit. So holla at your boy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. I'm done. I'm out. Agent Zero out.
I'm Josie Moreno, and thank you all for the support. I am the one that created and passed the proclamation for Lowrider Month of March. And again, this is a great opportunity to preserve our culture, our way of life, our lifestyle. Every month, I think we should highlight a different club or a different person throughout the whole month of March, like I said, to preserve and honor. It's not just to celebrate. That's one thing. It's not just to celebrate the culture. It's to honor the OGs, the men that pioneered, the way of life, our lifestyle. So I think I wanted to close with that. So not just a celebration, but we need to preserve and celebrate our ancestors. So
Any shout outs or anything? You want to give everybody your social media information or?
yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram, Josie Jocie Moreno, and that's Josie Moreno on Instagram, and Facebook, same thing.
You must have made those when social media first came out.
What?
Oh, you calling her old? Dad.
No.
That's what
It's
stuff.
because
He
these
said
days
when
and
it
age,
first
you
came out.
just can't type in your name
So-
and the fucking usernames are gonna pop up.
So I just received I just received the message from Larry from Body of Clothing. He said she is more than welcome to come out and hang out with us. We got you, girl.
All right, I'll go out there.
You might as well join the meet and greet.
Might as well come.
I can
We
do
gonna have
that.
Josie Moreno on a meet and greet, so you can meet her, us, Miklo. We gonna be chilling.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you down,
It'll be fun.
it's gonna be
Thank
super
you,
Oh,
dope.
Larry.
absolutely, I'm
Thank you, Larry.
in. I'm
Thank
in
you,
for
Larry.
that.
That'd be fucking awesome. See,
Just
Larry,
give me the detail.
yeah, Larry always be watching that sly little
March 26th,
motherfucker.
yeah.
He don't be comedy and shit, but he always be watching. He the eye in the sky, this
He let
motherfucker.
somebody say, "Hey man, I can't see my promotion.
Yeah.
Where's my commercial at?"
Where's my
That's all good, man.
commercial?
Thank you, Larry Raleigh. You always treated us like family, man, and we're glad to be part of your family too. So
Hell yeah.
thank you once again. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're
and thank you very
welcome.
much what
Thank
you
you
did
for
for the
having me.
community. And I'm happy that it was happening in March because that's my birthday. Just saying.
Mine too.
I can't say that.
She said mine too.
Mine too.
Her birthday was Monday.
Yeah, her birthday was Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday, the day before the proclamation.
She said she turned 21 finally.
Yeah, it was a great birthday present.
Yeah, that is great. That's,
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
yeah.
Hey man, my name is Mike Nan. I'm up out of here. Thank you very much.
Stay
Agent
classy,
Zero,
South
what-
Phoenix.